All right, so we're back, and we're gonna do like one of the draws to kind of see how, like, I guess character draws work. So let's see how this system works. Assuming it's gonna be like any other like gacha system, but looks like they have it set in the arena. Oh. I mean, I guess they gotta be extra because it's square. It looks cool. I will say that. Alright, so since this is like our first like free official one, I'm expecting like pretty decent items. Like other characters and stuff. Alright, Kaiser Knuckles, weapons. Assault gun, so basically just the weapons that you can use, I guess, throughout the missions. Enemy launcher. Butterfly edge. Striking staff, okay. Noble collar. Oh, okay, enhanced sword Z, so this is, okay, so Zack has separate weapons from Cloud. Even though they use like the same weapon type. Flame projector. Sonic striker for Tifa. Mithril rod. Okay, so gachas are like, I guess, for like weapons. Now you perform the draw, check the mission guide. Collect your reward for completing the task. This is like you see like your daily rewards and stuff like that. Your next task is display or down below. Now this is the one thing I don't like about mobile games is like you have to go through the whole like you're kind of like forced to go through these things. And I get it, so you can learn how to like the mechanics of the game and stuff like that. But also it's kind of like super annoying. You just want to play the game. Like you have to spend like the first like hour trying to like go through all the stuff just because you have to do like the daily missions, the login missions, things like that. So, alright, so I guess there's a new draw available. Final Fantasy and Crisis Core characters, 5 stars guaranteed. The First Soldier, okay. I guess like the First Soldier is more along the lines of like Sephiroth's story, I believe. So these are the 2 new draws that are available. I guess they have another draw thing too. It's actually pretty cool that they do have like some different armors and like clothing for the characters. New Cloud and Barrett weapons, the Murmase, and then the Heavy Hauser. Okay. Season pass arrival. Of course, the game has a season pass. Get it by purchasing the premium hunt. Get 1 gear reward, and then pick up some other rewards and stuff too. So of course, there's a premium pass, and then these are all like the little event things that you get. I'm not gonna go through every single one of these. Getting guaranteed Cloud exclusive 5-star weapon draw if you purchase the pack. So, but yeah, this is basically where you have like your home screen things. These are all the stuff that you can claim. I guess this is from like the whole like Twitter rewards and like the whole launch event and stuff like that. So let's see. Now we do have a draw here. Like we have some draws that you can do. There are 3 types of draws. Special is a unique type of draw. Featured is a draw that yields every stamp for 10 draws, and then tickets just draw that requires tickets. So your standard stuff. We saw some like the unique stuff earlier. So again, just like basic stuff. So these are like the exclusive draws here, which require like the red crystals. I don't think you can use blue ones for these. Yeah, you have to buy these, which here's the pricing of them, so you know what you're getting yourself into. Feature draws. Stamp cards have selector squares that allow you to select one reward from several. If a select square reward has not been obtained, it can be changed from the stamps card. Okay. Here you can check the rewards for the stamp. Okay. And then select draws have wish list. So this is basically what you can get from them. The wish list contains features and selectable weapons for each draw. So I guess you can like kind of like choose what you want to get from these. Like you can set what you want. So if you're looking for like Cloud's weapon or something, you can kind of like go through here and see what you want to go for each character. And then they have like regular tickets, which is like the 5-star guarantees and stuff like that. We do have 1 gold ticket, so we'll do that draw, I guess. And I wonder if like the animation changes like per each draw. Is it just Cloud or is it someone else? I know you can skip these. I don't know if like they do different animations for like the rarity of the item. It's the only reason I haven't really skipped it, because usually I would just skip this type of stuff. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's oh no, it is a different animation. Interesting. So you get like a cross slash animation, which may be better than the other one we did. Oh, okay, we got a gold one. Alright, so we got a war machine for Barrett. When a duplicate weapon of a higher rarity, the rarity of the currently held weapon will increase to match that of the new weapon. The duplicate weapon will then be set to the armory. If there was a higher rarity than the one held, the rarity will decrease to match to one that was held. Interesting. Okay. Cool. So you get like abilities and stuff like that, materia. Okay. Alright, so that's our special ticket. We got like regular tickets you can do. And then these like inventory materials. So, but yeah, this is just like pretty much like the shop items, like the stamps available for draws and stuff like that. These are the select squares on a stamp card. Do you wish to draw without making changes? So basically, like you can try to acquire these. You can try and draw. I have blue crystals from like doing the game, like the story stuff. So I get 2 times the stamps. So I guess I get 2 stamps. And then once I get like, I guess up to 6 stamps, I get the Muramasa, and then I get Cloud's item with 12. Assuming that's how that works. So for doing the summon. Basically when I do the summon with the stamps, with the blue or red crystals, they give me more stamps. It's a randomized amount of stamps, I guess. Now, if I do like continue like a playthrough of things like this, or like I guess just more videos, I won't do the whole like rolls or something. It's just more of a general first impressions of like the gacha mechanics and how they work. I mean, they work like any other mobile game. Like you have your you have your special events, you have your your premium currency, your free currency, in which the rate that you get it, and like the free currency they use, which is like the blue crystals that we got earlier. Oh, looks like we got something special for Cloud in this. B39, okay. Alright, so these are more weapons for like, some of those weapons are for the people for, the, First Soldier story, which is, I think, Sephiroth again, Sephiroth's story, which we might look into first, honestly, just because it's one of the newer stories. Okay, we got the Muramasa. Okay, we got multiple copies of the Muramasa, but we got like the 4-star, which I think is going to be our main one. Oh shit, did we get it? Oh nice, hey, we got the premium Muramasa. Nice. Alright, that'll work. So we got the premium version of it. Motor drive. Okay, so the pretty decent pull, honestly. The following rewards have been obtained. Cool. Yeah, so we got like the special Muramasa from that. That's pretty cool. I guess we go back to like the main menu and like go to like the party. Story, solo content, co-op content. Oh, there's co-op events. So, okay, interesting. So you can do like co-op story stuff. Interesting. Okay. We can claim that. Turn on the autos armory thing. Sure. Duplicate items of equivalent lore blah 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 blah. So basically, like, lore weapons will be converted, which is fine by me. I don't really pay too much attention. So solo party. Single party is composed of 3 characters. You can tap between characters to switch for equipment. A character's power is determined by their attributes and equipment, and the party's total power by the sum of all characters' power. Every battle has a recommended power value that indicates the battle's difficulty. Recommended power only displays before battle. And then you can do like recommended party. So like if I do like recommended party, that's basically our recommended party with the like best gear that we have available right now. Which for us, we have like, again, the Muramasa. The character's equipment affects their power and stats. So you can toggle see their abilities. So we have Fast Blade, Thunder Strike, Blizzard, and Cure. Cross Slash, boost HP, boost attack, boost defense. And then the support abilities. But we could choose to equip this, but like, again, the Muramasa is probably our best bet as of now. And like other like materials and stuff like that. So go back to the party. And all the other characters should be fine for now. Now if we go to story, yeah, again, Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, and then the First Soldier. I guess you have to beat each one in order to go by, which is kind of upsetting because I bet people just want to jump right into Crisis Core, or like right into the First Soldier. But we'll do another chapter, Final Fantasy VII. But I just wanted to kind of like do like the beginning parts of this also with the materials, the weapons, stuff like that. Now again, this is just like a very rough overview of it. Like someone else is gonna make like a much better overview, I'd imagine. So don't look for this video for that. Again, this is like first impressions and what to expect when you first like enter the game. I'll probably do a little bit more draws off screen, things like that. I don't plan on purchasing like the season pass or anything like that. I don't see the point of me doing that. Like, don't get me wrong, if you are into the game, like the season pass, it's whatever. Like if you would thoroughly enjoy the game, I can see why you want to get the season pass. You do get like tickets, artwork and stuff like that, so I get it. I probably won't do it, at least as of now. But so far, I'm interested to see how they handle like the story of the games compared to like the gacha moments and things like that. So we'll continue on. Again, this is kind of like part 2 overview. Part 1 was just more of the introduction. This is kind of like part 2 of like what you expect from the main menu. I am interested to see how co-op works once you unlock co-op battles. It's like just co-op missions, it's like co-op story, co-op events, things like that. So we'll dive a little bit deeper into the game, of course. We're just kind of like figure out where exactly this goes. So we're meeting the Flower Girl, which is pretty much meeting like Aerith or Eris, I guess. So as I mentioned before, probably the video is going to be uploaded before this. One, I do apologize if the game looks a little weird in terms of like the whole black screen. I try and edit those out in post. Just the way that it's captured, it doesn't really make it one-to-one. But anyway, essentially how I thought is like you can basically equip your character with gear from the gacha system and go through the main story with them. So with Cloud, we did end up getting the Muramasa, which is one of the gacha rolls that is going on right now for launch. So we do have that weapon available to us. I don't know if it's gonna make that much of a difference, to be honest. But you know, it is something that we do have for Cloud going into this. So if you do like some of the gacha stuff, like with some of the free crystals that they're giving out right now, for like login bonuses, over 2 million downloads, blah blah blah, stuff like that. You'll get some pretty decent gear coming out for like the beginning of the story. So in any case, let's go ahead and do chapter 2, or I guess chapter 1, main 1-2, as it's called. Okay, so it kind of gives like a little bit of a brief overview of everything. Now, it's not going to go as in-depth as like the actual game, obviously. This is just more of like a, I guess the best way to say it, it's more of a way to sum up the events of Final Fantasy VII. A friend of mine kind of made a reference to like Evangelion, to where it's like, it tells like sort of like stories within a story, I guess. Like, it just kind of like gives you like brief cliff notes of what's going on. Like, you get the main points, obviously, and what's happened, but if you want the full experience of the story, I recommend just playing the actual games. Even here, she gets pushed aside. So there's no voice acting in like these like chibi cutscenes. I do like the artwork that they decided to go with here. Just kind of like it kind of reminds me of like, it was another mobile game that came out with. Also, like, I think Dissidia has some like similar like artwork to this, but don't quote me on that. So, and I imagine the story here is going to go more along the lines of like the original story, more so than the story in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I do implore you guys, if you are interested in Final Fantasy VII as a whole, play the original on PlayStation, or you can get the PC version, do some modifications if you're like tech savvy. Play that, and then play the remake, because it seems like both the remake and the original have like certain story elements that are the same, but they also seem to be doing things differently as well. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I would definitely say play both. Both are good titles, both are good games, even though one's like turn-based and one's more action-oriented. The story for both those games is really good. I highly recommend it. And like I'm thinking here, like this is pretty much just going off the traditional story mode. So, what my guess is, and I always kind of wanted this, is why would Cloud still wear the uniform of a soldier, knowing that Shinra's looking for him? I'm kind of still confused why he still wear the uniform of a soldier. I mean, I'm not sure if it explains it like some of the other media that's out there, but it just seems a little weird that he would still wear the uniform. All the battle features now available. You can choose from the manual battle, and again, this is like pretty much what you expect from mobile games. Unleash your C abilities when the APB cage is full, performs all actions except limit breaks. The accelerate mode is now available, allows you to toggle the speed of battle, so you can basically go faster if you want. So like, say you just don't want to play the game at all, this is what you can basically do. And I get this feature if you just want to experience the story. You don't want to have to like worry about fighting. And again, it's like you see these mostly in most mobile apps these days. You have the ability just to kind of go in and just do like auto battles and stuff like that. So I'm not mad at it for it. I kind of expected this with the mobile game. But I feel like this is one of those games where like if you kind of want to play it anyway and still experience the story. See, again, it's pretty short missions, right? Like, the missions are pretty short. And now we're in main section 2, Return to the Hideout. Like, the missions aren't that long, which is why I think it's kind of weird that they break it up, but also, like, you don't get the full context of everything. So, I highly recommend you go in and just play the original games if you want the full context of the story behind it. Probably for a future video, depending on how like long these missions are, I may just do like one long story for both the Crisis Core and for the First Soldier, just so it'd probably be like a little bit easier to watch than to watch like break parts or smaller breakdowns of like other videos and stuff. Nope, it ain't your daddy. And there goes Tifa. Oh, totally fought with Barrett. Absolutely. Ha. So you give it the Tifa or you give it to Marlene? I'm gonna give it to Tifa just because. And there goes Barrett. Now, I don't think they mentioned Barrett's wife too often. I think it's like kind of like shortly mentioned in the original game. I think the remake gives a little bit more context, at least in like the first chapter of it. I know the second chapter I think is gonna cover a little bit more of his story if I remember how like it worked in the original game with like how each story was like on a separate disc essentially. But it's been so long since I played Final Fantasy VII, I don't remember which disc has like Barrett's story. I mean, he's got a point. Soldiers were stronger than your average, like, soldier, for lack of a better word. They were pretty much super soldiers, in a way. Like, especially when you have people like Sephiroth and, oh, what's his name? He used to read the book all the time. He appears in another Final Fantasy as well. I can't think of his name at the moment. God, I can't think of his name. He's in Crisis Core. He had like the red saber. He's got a point. He's just answering the question. Yeah, he wants no part of this. He just wants his money in the dip. Like, again, this is like Cloud still being like emo-ish, if you will. Again, like some of these stories are just basically cutscenes, like mobile games have. Like some stories are more focused on cutscenes. Others more so on like actual like combat and stuff. And it is pretty cool that you still get like these choices that you get in the original game, like the choice of a drink. Excuse me. So you still get like some like important context of like the story in it. Again, not bad for a free mobile game. They did have to like condense everything though, especially if you had to tell 3 different stories with one original story. So I get not having every single like option, every single like dialogue choice, or every single like story bit into it. I always wonder what like he gets the drink if it's something like between hard and just a regular drink. She really wants you to stay, my man. I mean, I get where she's coming from, but I mean, still. He also has a point where it's technically not his problem. And so now we go back to the promise that they made. And I get why there's not voice acting. It wasn't voice acting in the original Final Fantasy VII. And I mean, I gotta say, the cutscenes still do look good. Like, it's reminiscent of like, the PlayStation version. Updated models, obviously, from the characters. Like, they don't have like the weird little cancer arms or anything like that. For the guys who played like the weird cancer pie arms, you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is kind of like around the time that Sephiroth was like still forging his name. Shortly after like one of the wars that went on, I think it was like the war against Wutai, I want to say. Was during that time. We'll learn more about it during the first Soldier, but I think that's what he's referencing is like the war against Wutai. And Sephiroth was one of the heroes of that war, one of the soldiers that participated. Genesis, that's his name. The guy I was talking about earlier with the Loveless book and the saber, Genesis. And there's the promise that he made. Though it's funny enough about that promise. It'll probably explain it here in the game later on, but that promise is pretty interesting. See, there it goes. Like, he's not famous, he's not a hero. It goes a little bit further than that. And for guys who played the original game, it goes a little bit further than that. Because, like... Alright, so spoiler alert here. Spoiler alert, and just like a little bit of spoiler. Cloud was never technically in Soldier. I'll leave it at that. Technically, he was never in Soldier. And it gets a little bit more deeper than that. That's why he's like, I can't really fulfill the promise. And then here's the gil that we got from the job. And of course, this is his way of saying that he's keeping his promise and staying, because he'll do another job. Right, of course. And so that's how, like, his way of saying, like, I remember the promise, I'm gonna stay. Even though, technically, he can't really keep the promise. So, the legal section, that's the first section. And then we have a subsection. I'm not sure exactly sure what the subsection is, so we'll check that out. So now we have Barrett back as the party leader. His gear's also been upgraded and stuff like that, too. So, that's pretty much how the gacha system's gonna work, is, like, you can kind of get roles in gear to, like, play through, like, the story missions and be a little bit stronger, and then like also like some of the sub missions and co-op missions, which we'll get to the co-op when we unlock it. I'm definitely curious to see how that works. So I'm curious if it's like co-op missions, like you just do like challenges and stuff like that. I doubt it's like any story related stuff. So whatever, we're actually gonna go through like some of the training. Okay, here we go. You can now switch characters. You control. Oh, okay, so you can switch characters. Okay. Huh? So now we can. Okay, so you can switch on the characters. That's pretty good. I was expecting you to be able to switch out the characters. The way the game presented itself, I thought you were just gonna be stuck as playing as Cloud. Oh, sorry, I mispressed. As you see, like, we're pretty strong, honestly. Like, these beginning missions aren't gonna really be that tough just because of the gacha stuff. I will say though, switching out the materia that I had, I no longer have Cure, so I might put Cure back on my build here. Oh, Ruin, interesting. Non-elemental damage. I got kids to feed. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of kids. I will say though, while we're going through this, one of the things I did like about the remake more so than Wendy and Wedge and Candy. I guess this is like kind of go like the side mission stuff for like the Avalanche members. But one thing I did like about the remake is that it went more in depth about the Avalanche members than the original game. And so, and I'll leave it at that as well. Like, I don't want to spoil too much for people who haven't played it. Like, I will say I get that, like, I'm an older gamer, and so I understand, like, if a game's been like out for like 10-15 years, you should have played it by now. But then there's also like a new wave of gamers coming in that played like the remake but didn't play the original, that might be interested in playing the original. So I kind of don't want to spoil certain elements of that as well whenever I'm talking. So that's why it may be common knowledge to people who usually do watch the channel, but then some people do go back and play the other titles. The sea candy, oh lord. Now we have the ability to play as Tifa. Which I doubt we're going to see like too much of her gameplay, just because again, like my characters are pretty strong. They're not going to really build it. They're not going to struggle here at the very beginning. Like I can't even use the ability because they die too quick. Alright, nice. Reach level 4. got? Let's see. Fire. Okay, so more fire. So it's a stray cat. Wedge is a big fan of stray cats. He takes care of like a lot of like the sector 7 and sector 8 stray cats. I'd imagine like each one of the party members has like something special that they want us to take care of to help them focus on the mission. I guess kind of like loyalty missions with like Mass Effect if you want to like reference it or something. Alright, now we have Jesse's favorite. It will probably end the after the subsection, probably end the video after that. And I'll let you guys decide. I guess let me know in the comments down below if you want me to just upload the rest of this story as like one long video, or just like break it up into sections like I've been doing so far. You guys let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, we'll do it that way. That way, if you guys want like a long video, we'll just do a long video of like the story mode. Versus like me breaking it down and stuff like that. Now obviously I'm not going to show like most of the gacha like roles unless you guys want to see some of that stuff, but like I said, I don't plan on spending like any real particular money on this game. I'm going to be just like one of the free-to-play players. If I get cool stuff, I get cool stuff. If I don't, then you know, it is what it is. But I don't feel like I'm going to spend a lot of money on this game in particular until like I guess I see like maybe some like more story or like cool elements of like events and stuff like that. Yeah, like not gonna really have too much problem like dealing with these people. Oh, here we go. Okay, boss fight. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so we do have the ability to cure at least. We're doing okay so far. Like, we're not taking that much damage. He hasn't done anything with his tail just yet. I'd imagine it's probably going to change pretty soon. I'm waiting till our other team members get like their limit breaks before I start using it. Oops. Press the wrong button. That's fine. Okay. Well, we tried to like break down his overkill mode, but that didn't work. Alright. Well, we're in overkill mode, so switch over to defense here. We'll let him do his attack, and then we'll use our limit breaks. If it would have kept Tiffus up, I probably would have been able to kill it. There we go. Not too bad. Just pretty much a copy of like the first boss that we had. I think that's not, that can like extend like the story, just like these little side missions. Not too particularly challenging though. Let's see, we got like another materia, thunder. Okay, cool. I know you turned down the pizza, but God, Jesse's such a damn flirt. The Soldier P0 class training program. Interesting. Soldiers from way back or something. Anyway, I created special training programs based on theirs. Jesse's amazing and special battle simulator. What a title. So I'm curious to see like what that means, like in terms of like the Jesse super awesome battle simulator. Alright, so we got like an actual new episode, and then we got a new unlock. Solo content, enhancement quests have been unlocked. Okay, so now you can do enhancement quest. Enhancement quests have been unlocked. These quests yield a lot more XP and materials necessary to enhance characters and equipment. So if you need to like boost up your characters and stuff, that's where you can do it. And I imagine it's like at the home screen. There you go, solo content. You can now change your wallpaper. Alright, I guess it wants me to change the wallpaper. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, cool. So like, those are like the 3 wallpapers, I guess. There we go. If you just want to choose wallpapers. But anyway, that'll be it. We'll get these rewards that we got. Make the smaller rewards here. And then the gifts as well. But yeah, so that's gonna be like the second part of it. Like I said, if you guys want to see like just like more of like longer story content, just basically like a long video of like the story mode rather than like break it down to like sections or bits, let me know, and we can definitely do that. Unfortunately, we still don't have access to like the other story modes just yet. That's kind of what we're aiming for here. So, but you guys let me know what you want to see in regards to like the story mode, like video content.